YouTubers! Welcome back to Railway Stage Rereadings. Today we are doing Henry the Green Engine. Yes. Alright, so we lost it and we're the blue engine, so now we go backwards. Alright, here we go. Okay. Coal. I suffer dreadfully in newborn chaos. Rubbish, Henry, snorted James. You don't work hard enough. Henry was bigger than James, but smaller than Gordon. Sometimes he could pull trains. Sometimes he had no strength at all. The Fat Control spoke to him too. You are too expensive, Henry. He had lots of new parts and new paint too. But they've done you no good. If we can't make you better, we must get another engine instead of you. This made Henry, his driver, and fireman very sad. The Fat Control was waiting when Henry came to the platform. He had taken off his hat and coat and put on overalls. He climbed to the footplate and Henry started. Henry is a bad steamer, said the fireman. It builds up his fire, but it doesn't give enough heat. Henry tried very hard, but it was no good. He had not enough steam. When I stopped outside Everett Station. Oh dear, thought Henry sadly. I shall have to go away. Everett took charge of the train. Henry stopped behind. What do you think is wrong? Fireman asked the Fat Controller. The fireman mopped his face. Excuse me, sir, he answered. But the coal is wrong. We had a poor lot lately, and today is worse. The other engines come as they have big fireboxes. Henry's is small and can't make the heat. Well, Wilsco, he'll be a different engine. It's expensive, said the Fat Controller thoughtfully. But Henry must have a fair chance. Please to go fetch some. When the Welsh coal came, Henry Shire and fireman were excited. Now we'll show them, Henry, old fellow. They carefully oiled all of his joints and polished his brass till it shone like gold. His fire had already been lit, so the fireman made it carefully. Put large lumps of coal, like a wall, around the outside. Then he got the glowing middle part with smaller lumps. You're spoiling my fire, complained Henry. Main cease, said the fireman. A performing fire, just when we want it. He was right. And then Henry reached the platform. The water was boiling nicely, and he had to let off steam to show. Oh. The chill out. Hold on. Happy he was. He made such a noise that the Fat Controller came out to see him. How are you, Henry? Beep, 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 whistled Henry. I feel fine. Have you a good fire, driver? Little better, sir, and plenty of steam. No record breaking, warned the Fat Controller, smiling. Don't push him too hard. Henry won't need pushing, sir. I'll have to hold him back. Henry had a lovely day. He never felt so well in his life. He wanted to go fast, but his driver wouldn't let him. Steady, old fellow, he would say. There's plenty of time. He arrived early at the junction. Where have you been, lazy bones? Asked Henry when Thomas puffed in. I can't wait for a down lane tank engines like you. Goodbye. Whoosh! Said Thomas to Andy Clarabelle as Henry disappeared. Have you seen anything like it? Oh, Andy Clarabelle agreed that they never had. The Flying Kipper. Lots of ships use the harbor at the big station by the sea. The passenger ships have spotless paint and shiny brass. Other ships, though smaller and dirtier, are important too. They take coal, machinery, and other things aboard. And bring back meat, timber, and things we need. Fishing boats also come there. They unload their fish on the quay. Some of it is sent to shops in the town, and some goes on a special train to places far away. The valiant man called this train the Flying Kipper. One wet this evening, Henry Sharp said, "We'll be out early tomorrow. We got to take the Flying Kipper. Don't tell Gordon," he whispered. "But if we pull the Kipper nicely, the Fat Controller will let us pull the express." "Hurrah!" cried Henry, and excited. "That'll be lovely." It was ready at 5 o'clock. There was no frost. Men hustled and shouted, loading the vans with crates of fish. The last door rang. The guard show was going up, and they were off. "Come on! Come on!" Don't be silly, puffed Henry to the vans, as his wheels slipped on the icy rails. The man shouted and growled, "Trick, truck, trick, truck, trick, all right," he answered grudgingly. That is better, puffed Henry more happily, as the train began to get a speed. Thick clouds of smoke and steam poured from his funnel into the cold air. When his fireman put on more coal, the fire light shone brightly on the snow around. "Hurry, hurry," panted Henry. They whooshed under bridges and glass through stations. Green signal lights shone as they passed. They were going well. The light grew better. A yellow signal appeared ahead. Distant signal, thought Henry. Caution. The driver was shutting off steam, prepared to stop. But the whole signal was down. "Oh, clear, Henry. Away we go." They couldn't known The points from the main line to his side were frozen, and that the signal had been set at danger. And fall snow had forced it down. And Goodstream ran the sign to let the flanker pass. The driver and fireman drinking cocoa in the big van. The guard pulled out his watch. The keepers do, he said. Who cares, said the fireman. This is good cocoa. The driver got up. Come on, fireman, that's our engine. Hey, the fireman grumbled. I didn't finish my cocoa yet. The sign crashed. A big van broke, and 3 men shot in the air like jacks in the box, and then in the snow outside. And they driver and fireman jumped clear before it crashed. The fireman fell, help burst into a heap of snow. It kicked so hard that the driver couldn't pull him out. Henry splendid on the side, next surprise. Goodstream, the fireman waved his up name up. You lost a great engine. The best cup of cocoa I ever had. Only peppermint to me and spill it all. Never mind your cocoa, fireman laughed to try. Run and telephone the breakdown gang. The gang still cleared the line, but they had hard work lifting Henry to the rails. The fat controller came to see him. The signal was down, sir, said Henry nervously. Cheer up, Henry. It wasn't your fault. It's the snow caused the accident. And sending you a crew. A fine place with 6 engines. They'll give you a new shape and larger firebox. Then you'll feel a different engine, and we'll not so cold anymore. Won't that be nice? Yes, sir, said Henry doubtfully. Henry liked the young crew, but was glad to come home. A crowd of people waited to see him arrive in his new shape. He looked so splendid and strong that they gave him 3 cheers. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you very much, he whistled happily. I'm sorry to say that lots of little boys are often late to school, because they wait to see Henry go by. They often see him holding the express, and he does it so well that Gordon shows. But that is another story. Gordon's whistle. Gordon was cross. Why should Henry have a new shape? A shape good enough for me is good enough for him. He goes bouncing off to crew. He wants us to do his work. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Henry whistles too much. No respectable and who's ever whistles loudly at stations. It's him, Mom, said Gordon, but we just don't do it. Poor Henry didn't feel happy anymore. Never mind, whispered Percy. I'm glad you're home again. I like your whistling. Goodbye, Henry, called Gordon the next morning when he left the shed. We're glad to have you with us again, but ignore what I said about whistling. Yeah. Later on, Henry took a slow train and expressly stopped at every station. Hello, Henry, said Edward. You look splendid. I was pleased to hear you happy whistle yesterday. Thank you, Edward, smiled Henry. Shh. Shh. Can you hear something? Hey, listen. Far away, but getting louder and louder, was the sound of an engine's whistle. Uh-oh! Troubles! It sounds like Gordon, said Edward, and enough to be Gordon. But Gordon never whistles like that. It was Gordon. He came rushing down the hill at a tremendous rate. He didn't look at Henry, he didn't look at Edward. It was purple in the boiler, and listening fit to burst. He screamed through the station and disappeared. Well, said Edward, looking at Henry. Isn't all, chuckled Henry. But we just don't do it. And he told Edward what Gordon had said. Meanwhile, Gordon streets along the line. People came out of their houses, and they started. 5 brigades got ready to go out. Horses upset their carts, and old ladies dropped their puzzles. And the big station, the noise was awful. Horses and passengers held their ears. The factual held his ears too. He gave lots of words, but no one could hear him. And Gordon went on whistling. At last he clambered into Gordon's cab. Take it away, he bellowed, and stop that noise. Still whistling, Gordon puffed sadly away. He whistled as he crossed the points. He whistled on the siding. He was still whistling when the last different passenger left the station. Then 2 fiddlers climbed up and knocked his whistle bell. In the plaza. Then there was silence. Gordon looked into the shed. He was glad it was empty. The others came in later. It wasn't all Murray and Henry to no one in particular. But we just don't do it. No one mentioned whistles. Percy in the trousers. On cold mornings, Percy often saw workmen wearing scarves. My funnel's cold, my funnel's cold, he would puff. I want a scarf, I want a scarf. Rubbish, Percy, said Henry. One day, engines don't wear scarves. Engines with proper funnels do, said Percy in his cheeky way. We only got a small one. Henry snorted. He was proud of his short, neat funnel. Then the train came in, and Percy, still puffing, I want a scarf, I want a scarf, came and went to take the coaches to their siding. The driver always shut off steam just at the station, and Percy would try to surprise the coaches by coming in as quietly as he could. 2 porters were taking some luggage across the line. They had a big load. They were walking backwards to see that none fell off the trolley. Percy arrived so quietly that the porters didn't hear him till the trolley was on the line. The porters jumped clear. The trolley disappeared with a crunch. Boxes of bags burst in all directions. Whoa! Called Percy and stopped. Sticky streams of red and yellow jam trickled down his face. A top hat hung on his left arm. Clothes, hats, boots, shoes, skirts, and blouses hung to his front. A pair of striped trousers lay levelly around his funnel. They were gray no longer. Angry passengers looked at their broken trunks. The package seized the top hat. Mine, he said crossly. Percy, he said, look at this. Yes, sir, I am, sir, a muffled voice replied. I have best trousers, too. Yes, sir, please, sir, said Percy nervously. I am very cross, said the package. We must pay the passengers for the spoiled clothes. My hat is scented, and my trousers are ruined. All because you come into the station. You are playing grandmother's steps with the coaches. The driver unwound the trousers. The fat control laid them away. If he wanted a scarf, you shall have my trousers as scarf. They will keep him warm. Percy ordered him back to the yard. He doesn't like scarves now. Henry sneezed. One lovely Sunday morning, Henry was puffing along. The sun shone, the fields were green, the birds sang. Henry had plenty steam in his blood, and he was feeling happy. I feel so well, he sang. Trickety trot, hummed his coaches. Henry saw some boys on the bridge. Beep, beep, hello, he whistled cheerfully. Beep, 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 beep. He called the next moment, ooh. Well, the boys didn't wave and take his number, and flipped stones on him instead. They were silly, stupid boys. I thought it would be fun to drop stones down his funnel. Some of the stones hit Henry's blood, spoiled his pain. One hit the fireman on the head as he was shoveling coal, and others broke the carriage windows. It's a shame, hissed Henry. They've broken our glass, sobbed the coaches. The driver opened the first aid box, ran into the fireman, said, and planned what he was going to do. They stopped the train, and the guard asked if any passengers were hurt. No one was hurt, but everyone was very cross. I saw the fireman's bumped head and told him what to do for it. Then they looked at Henry's pate. Call the police, they shouted angrily. No, said the driver. Leave it to Henry and me. We'll teach those lads a lesson. What will you do? They asked. Can you keep a secret? Yes, the old man said. Oh, and said the driver. Henry is going to sneeze at them. What? Cried all the passengers. The driver laughed. Henry draws air in from his fire and puffs it out with smoke and steam. When he puffs hard, the air blows ashes from his fire into his firebox, and these ashes sometimes prevent him from puffing properly. When he knows his block, he'll sometimes sneeze. If Henry smoke box is blocked, I can make air and steam blow ashes out through his funnel. We'll do it the bridge and startle those boys. Henry puffed onto the terminus, where he had a rest. Then he took the train back. Lots of people waiting at the station just before the bridge. They wanted to see what would happen. Henry is flying ashes at the driver. Please keep all the windows shut till we have passed the bridge. Henry is excited as we are, aren't you, old fellow? They patted Henry's spoiler. Henry didn't answer. He was feeling stuffed up. Hang right to the trial like this. Yeah. The guards' flags waved. The whistle blew, and they were off. Soon in the distance, they saw the bridge. They were the boys, and they all had stones. "Are you really hearing me?" said the Shire. "Then start when I tell you." "Now," he said, and turned the handle. "Shoot! Shoot!" Smoke it and steam and ashes spread it through. But no, they went all over the bridge and all over the boys. The red nails blocked the soot. "Well done," Emily laughed at her. And Rob dropped stones on edges again. "Your coat is all black, but we'll rub you down and paint your scratches, and you'll be as good as new tomorrow." Henry has never again sneezed under a bridge. The patrol doesn't like it. A smallpox is always cleaning the yard while he's resting. He is now gone under more bridges than he can count. Well, that ate to this. There have been no more boys with stones. The end! Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.